Okay lads, let's do a straw poll, shall we? Who among you want Hina to be the girl that Teru ends up with? Okay, now who among you want Kana to be the girl that Teru ends up with? Okay, let's look at the results. Well, what do you know? It's a resounding victory for Kana, with a total vote of everyone watching this anime, and not a single madman voting for Hina. I've never been so proud about our community. Like, seriously, it turns out common sense can still prevail in the year of our Lord 2025. Having established who the best girl is in this anime, there are two nice things that stood out to me while watching this rom-com. First is that, as someone who is multilingual, I just love how this anime perfectly portrays whenever Hina speaks Okinawan and not a single word is intelligible in Teru's ears. It reminded me of the times whenever I have to confront languages that I'm not proficient to. There was one time where I had to interview a local from a faraway province, Ilocos to be precise, since I'm a Filipino who lives in the capital region, and I couldn't understand a single word of Ilocano during that interview. And it's absurd how there are people from the capital who would call it a dialect when it's an entirely whole language, independent of Tagalog and English. Local examples aside, another recurring scenario to me these days is whenever I have to converse with people in Italian. Yes, I study Italian these days, and even though I can hold my own a bit in basic conversations, hearing actual natives speak Italian still terrify me to this day because my mind still can't keep up with the pace of Italian in general. By the way, let me speak Italian for a bit. Ciao a tutti, come state? Va tutto bene? Cosa avete mangiato oggi? Era delizioso? Io ho mangiato un po' di pollo arrosto poco fa e sono ancora molto pieno al momento. If you guys didn't understand a single word of Italian from me, that's absolutely fine. I just gave you an immersive example of what Teru experiences whenever Hina speaks Okinawan to him. As for the translation of what I said, it's on the screen. Just pause the video if you need more time. Flexing aside, another thing I like about this show is how blatant of a tourism ad this whole anime is for Okinawa. I like the Okinawan culture lessons it includes in the episodes, and the one about Uchina time. That's relatable to me. Because here in the Philippines, we also have the same concept called Filipino time, so this isn't new to me. And if memory serves me right, historically, Filipino time originated from a belief that if you're an important person, you should be the last one to arrive. I don't know if that's the origin story for Uchina time as well, but at least here in the Philippines, while most people today are just lazy when it comes to time, there are still a few who unironically believe that they're important enough to warrant being late. And simply put, I despise the concept as a whole because time is precious to me. If me hating on Filipino time would result to me having my Filipino citizenship revoked, then so be it. It's a terrible practice anyway. Tangents aside, there's not much more I can say about this anime really. We all know the formula that it will use throughout the series, and unless you're not into this rom-com to begin with, then we're all having a good time until the end of this one. So long as Kana wins, of course. So yeah, that's about it for me. Until next time then, everyone.